monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85.
Take a look, Chicago, you can smell it in the air. There's a hungry team called the Soldier Field going nuts, jumping out their chair. Teams rather be anywhere but here. We don't care if it's below zero. Let it up before the snow, we still gon' break roads. If we win the point flip, we choosing to kick. Cause we got a defense that love to hit. Polarize the link with our smash mouth D's. Slicing up teams like Mike Singletary. Forever repping the seat, making Papa Bear proud. Giving Chicago something to shout about.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway.
And what's up, guys? Welcome to the Panda and Grizzly Show. I'm Brian the Grizzly here. My usual partner, Tank, just had a baby last night, so congratulations, Tank. Good job, Erica, because you're the real MVP. Tank was just sitting there holding your hand. So he will be out for a few weeks, taking care of business, being the dad. Now he has two toddlers, well, a baby and a toddler, so that's going to be crazy, especially with football right around the corner, man. So, guys, it's a lot going on. We have football. The Bears play the Texans on Thursday. And as I'm sure everyone heard, unless you're living under a rock, Caleb is not going to be playing in this game. I don't think. Well, you knew DJ Moore and Caleb, and none of the stars are going to be playing. So that's neither going on. Keenan Allen's not going to be playing. Why would a 32-year-old receiver be playing? Now the offensive line. Now we got some of them are hurt again. It makes sense why he's not playing, even though I would love for Caleb to have gone through the motions of getting prepared for an NFL game, which is difficult in itself. Nate Davis is back hurt again. He's been around for like five days, so he's hurt again. So this is kind of just what we go through, and this is why I keep on pushing for Connor Williams, because we need a real guy. Connor Williams can start at center, and we can get rid of Nate Davis. And we're $21 million over the salary cap. Why, you say? Because of the news of the day, guys. We saw DJ Moore has signed a 4-year extension for $110 million. That's amazing. I believe 82.6 million of it is guaranteed, which is also incredible because this is the highest extension for the Bears have ever given, beating Montez Sweat, where he got the $98 million, the 4-year $98 million. 82.6 million is guaranteed. This means DJ Moore, through 10 years of his career, all his salary will have been guaranteed. That's nuts. So, I mean, that's kind of what's been going on. So he was making, I think he was scheduled to make $24 million or something like that the next 2 years. That was going to make him 17th among all wide receivers. Behind a lot of people, right? This now puts him at seventh. He'll average $27.5 million across the next those 4 years, and he's under contract now through 2029. So we have our star wide receiver who plays hard, practices hard, is a great leader. I think what you see, if Matt Eberflus even said, he said, it's important that our best player, our most explosive player, is also our hardest worker. So, I mean, that's amazing. He's great for the young guys. He's great for everyone to look up to because he's our best player and he works harder than everybody every day. He's the one that puts everything down for us, and seeing that made the Bears go ahead and ink their largest extension ever. This is amazing. Got Derpy in the building. I appreciate you, Derpy. So let's talk about Caleb Williams being a wimp and not starting preseason. He can't. If none of your offensive linemen are there, none of your stars are there, I understand why they're holding them out. I do. I would, once again, rather him going through the motions, getting ready for an NFL game, handing the ball off 3 times and been out. He could have handed the ball off 2 times and been out. I think the only starting quarterback that's played in a Hall of Fame game is Teddy Bridgewater. And no one since then. So I understand him not playing. I just rather our rookie quarterback who's going to need to go through these things. He's been coming from an offense where they played up cue cards to call off every play. He hasn't had a huddle. He hasn't had to call out plays. He hasn't had to go through a cadence. I would love for him just to do it in a game sequence, so he understands how to do it and how it's going to feel to be on the NFL field doing these things, having the offensive line respond to him. Those are important things that he's going to have to work through. I mean, I think and those are my concerns with a young quarterback that hasn't had those things. The talent is undeniable. Talent is off the charts. He's obviously his great plays are great. My thing was the actual logistics of going through it. Because if Caleb does well, the Bears could win 11 games. If Caleb does poorly, the Bears could win 7 or 8 games, which is exactly where they were last year. That's a lot to put on a rookie, but that's kind of what it comes down to. Well, at least Ryan Poles is now going ahead with these extensions. So we're not just having talent; we're going to have talent for multiple years. So I'm happy about seeing that. Let's talk about 1-800-FLEECE Ryan Poles. I told you he already got rid of your number, guys. He's not answering the phone for any more Steelers. He's just not. Especially if Justin becomes your starting quarterback, which could happen. Also, what are your predictions for SummerSlam? SummerSlam this Saturday. I actually will be talking about that. We're going to talk about that tomorrow on Dynasty Pylon, about all the stuff that's going on SummerSlam, because I am a wrestling fan for forever. And SummerSlam is one of the funnest things. At the end of the summer, it really kind of signifies we're about to go back to school. So I can't wait to talk about that. I'll talk about that tomorrow. And he says, congrats, Tank. Yes, Tank having a second son. He's almost there. We need to get him 3 more for offensive line. It's okay. We'll be ready to go. They're doing amazing. Erica is an amazing person to be able to do that. I'm happy Tank is able to do all the stuff he's able to do. And I'm glad that he can take a little time off to really spend with his family. Brian, did I tell you I'm going to my first Steelers game finally? That's going to be amazing, dude. First of all, Steelers are if I didn't have my Bears, I love the Bears, okay? If there was an AFC team for me, it's the Steelers. Another hardworking city, an organization that knows how to do it the right way. They just are amazing. The family's amazing. They know how to be consistent. They give their coaches the right thing. So I'm all for it, man. I'm so happy that you get to really just experience it. It's one of my favorite things to go to in a live NFL game. It's incredible. Say congrats to DJ Moore. And you know what? Congrats to us. I'm happy DJ Moore is getting his money. I'm glad that his family's going to be here. I'm glad he enjoys Chicago enough to lay down roots and want to stay here. He had 2 years remaining on this deal. And as I said, he would have been the 17th highest paid wide receiver. Now he's going to be 7th. You slotted him where he needs to be. And by doing that, you actually are saving money at the end of the day. One thing I will say is that, him being there really helps Caleb Williams mature. And he's going to be that guy who's, the stalwart to this team. And this is what we need. We actually need it. The only other receivers that are making more money than him right now was Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I got AJ Brown. Probably going to get CD. Ayuk and Chase are going to end up with bigger ones. But this is going to be slot him where he needs to be, especially after we had 1,300 yards and 9 touchdowns and 96 receptions last year. And it's only going to be more. It's possibly he could be even greater or more accurate throws and, be able to spread out. You can't double team him as much because you got Keenan Allen, you got Rome Odunze, you got Cole Kmet all there. And Cole Kmet also signed an extension, right, this past season. So we have guys under contract that are going to be there for a while. I think that this is just amazing. It's historic for the Chicago Bears to be able to spend money like this. It really, really works out. And as I said, he's now with the Bears through the 2029 season. And then we talk about, as I said, $82.6 million guaranteed is, I don't know if it's the highest. I think it's now the first receiver to have 10 years of his career guaranteed. So the first 10 years of his career has now been guaranteed through Carolina and now Chicago. So that's amazing, and I'm glad that he's here. The future is bright for us because of that. He said it's preseason against the Texans. So the fun thing is going to be that we still get to see preseason game on Thursday, right? Real football. We're not going to see the starters, but these are the guys that really hold the team together. These are the guys who love football and are doing whatever it takes to make a team. That means we get to see these rules. We get to see the kickoff rule. We get to understand what's going on. Maybe we're going to start to understand how the offensive line is going to come together. We'll see some of the backups too. And just, get your fix for football. A lot of people go in hibernation. I'm a dynasty football player, fantasy football player, right? So dynasty, we're always thinking about it, right? But a lot of people go into hibernation and have the off season for the NFL, even though the NFL is always going, right? But now we get to really experience it. We get to see this stuff. The Hall of Fame game is even more important for us in Chicago, right? We get to see Bongo, but he's not going to be there. But, the fact that he's getting inducted to the Hall of Fame after all these years, he has 92 sacks, career sacks, like from defensive tackle. Like the dude is amazing. The dude was amazing. And though he's dealing with ALS and going through all the stuff he's going through, it's amazing to see him be able to do this. He has teammates going to his house in Homer Glen to bring him his jacket. There's going to be a celebration of him, but because of his immune deficiency, he can't have a lot of people around him. But his family, his friends, the people that love him, will be able to be there for him. So that's amazing for Mongo. And then we, got Devin Hester, who's probably the greatest kick returner of all time, going into the Hall of Fame. So I think he deserves it. I think he changed the game. People fear Devin Hester because of how he was. I mean, I'll never forget that Super Bowl, the kickoff, and to see him run it back. It's amazing. All the things he's been able to do. He literally, people were scared of him. And that's what it takes to be a Hall of Famer. You're the best at something that is involved in football. So I'm very happy that he gets to do this. And one of my favorite all-time players is Julius Peppers. I loved him when he was in North Carolina. I loved when he played basketball. And I loved seeing him play football at a level I've never seen anyone do. I remember as I was in high school, him making this play where in Carolina, he jumped up. Only person I've seen to do this was Javon Curse. He jumped up, batted the ball down, ran down, made the interception, and then scored a touchdown. He's probably one of the greatest athletes I've ever seen. And he's been also weighed 300 pounds. Yeah, he's unbelievably strong, fast, everything. Julius Peppers was amazing. So I'm happy to see all these guys going to the Hall of Fame. So yeah, Martin's in here. What's up, Martin? Yes, I'll take it regardless. Yeah, definitely. I'm just excited to go to the stadium, experience Renegade after how many years supporting the Steelers, not seeing Ben play in person. It means a lot to see Justin Fields may start too. So excited. That is one of the coolest things. I love Justin Fields. So, this is a Chicago Bears show. So, Justin Fields is in my heart. I did want to see him grow, but I'm happy he landed in a spot that he could probably still continue to, his career in the right way. And if he could do a few things, if he can stop having all the little mistakes and he still have those splash plays along with a higher level of football, Justin Fields is still going to be amazing. He can still be a Pro Bowl type of quarterback. He has all the skills in it. He's 6'3", 230, running a 4.40 with an unbelievable arm. It's just about making sure he's on time and hitting those throws. And as long as he's not playing the Bears, I am rooting for Justin Fields, 100%. What up to what's up, Brian? Solo dolo tonight. Hey, and while I was telling you everyone up earlier, Tank just had his son. So congratulations again, Tank, man. So he's gonna be out for a few weeks. So I'm gonna hold down the fort until he can come back. It's wonderful to see your friends grow their family, and I love seeing that. I love seeing his son. I'm not going to tell you guys the name. I'm going to wait for Tank to come back and see and show. I've seen pictures and all the stuff, but yeah, I'm sure he wants to be the proud papa. But still, so shout out, salute to Tank and girl Erica for their having that new baby. So now Lucas and the new baby are both going to be out there, and you're going to have your hands full, sir. So I'm happy too. DJ is safe on my roster. DJ is safe on every roster. Now he has a young quarterback and a team that's totally committed to him. Yeah, as I said, $27.5 billion. That's his average value. 7th among wide receivers. He is. I mean, he's going to become. We're going to be a contender, and the reason is because we have a solid foundation with a solid person. I think that's the most important thing. He is a person that you feel proud that he's representing you and representing this team. And we'll be able to lock him up for the next 5 years, over 5 years. Dude, there's nothing better than this. And now we have Roma Dunze, we have Caleb Williams, everyone's signed up. My only concern now is that we are $21 million over the cap, technically. So there's going to be some cuts. There's going to be some things that are going to have to happen, and that's only because we have 90-some players on the roster right now. So that number will come down naturally, but don't be surprised if we get some surprising cuts. Game 2, game 3 of the preseason. I'm talking about Dave might not make this team. Khalil Herbert. As much as I think that we probably still need 2 running backs, might not make this team. There's going to be some surprise cuts, some guys that are making a lot of money that won't be on this team, this roster, if they can't stay healthy. And I say, bye. You can't stay healthy. This is the National Football League. As much as I love you as a Bear fan, it is what it is. You agree that with Caleb Williams now playing the Hall of Fame game. So what I will say is I would prefer Caleb Williams starting and handing the ball off a couple times and getting ready for the game. I think that's the best thing that could happen overall. Them not doing it makes sense because there hasn't been a starting quarterback that has starting in the Hall of Fame game since Teddy Bridgewater. That's a long time ago. So I understand that that's something that you don't usually see, but when you're coming from an offense that did not do any of the play call, didn't do cadences, and we have every training camp practice we've been hearing. I'll get into training camp a little bit later, but every training camp practice we hear that they having terrible offsides, false starts, just pre-snap penalties, and it's because they're not in sync. So anytime you get out there in a game setting that you can call, audibles, you can go through your cadence and get off the ball the right way, even if you're just handing the ball off. I think that's invaluable time. And with the shortened preseason, we don't have a lot of it. And the last thing the Bears can afford to do, is to slip up, coming in and playing when you're playing Tennessee in that first game of the year. You cannot do what you did with the Packers last year, this year. Because the Bears have to get off on the right foot, or this season will go down very quickly because the back half of our season is tough. You need to rack up wins early. So, Justin had a good day, apparently. I'll be at training camp 2 Saturday. So Justin has been consistently making great plays. What I've heard from their beat reporter was he's having problems still hitting everything on time, but all the big splash plays are amazing. So I'm happy to hear that he's doing as well as he's doing. And the worst thing Russell Wilson could do is open that door for him. Because when they see him, who might be more steady, and then you see Justin Fields that has this unbelievable potential, and you're already on a team that most likely will, is going to win above 500. You kind of sometimes want that huge potential, and you will go with the younger guy to see. No one wants to pay a 36-year-old quarterback. Justin Fields is what, 24, 25. You want to give him the chance. That's just the way things are. So I would give him a series. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less, unless he throws an interception. Down. I wouldn't. I don't want him to throw the ball. I want him to start and to give a series of just handing the ball off and going through the cadence. That's it. Just getting used to things that he has not done. I don't want him throwing the ball. I don't want him having taking a chance. I don't want any of these backup linemen not blocking the right way, missing their assignment, and something happens and we, the next Aaron Rodgers. I don't want nothing like that. I know he's young, but I just don't want to take the chance. It's not worth it in the Hall of Fame game. But you have the opportunity to hone your skills on how to get ready for a game, how to protect yourself, how to get ready for the cadence and talk to people in the huddle and break the huddle in a game atmosphere with people around you. That's what I really want to see. Yeah. I hope your defensive tackle Chris Jones welcomes him to the NFL properly. I hope Chris Jones is on the bench as 100 all the time. I do not want to see him anywhere near my quarterback. Just my luck, he will get, all of a sudden he will, hurt my Caleb Williams right now. I'm not 100% with Caleb, but I promise you this: I don't want anything to happen to him. So, he really holds all of our hopes for this season. He does. It's a Deadpool commercial because I do have a whole lot of Deadpool. A lot of my football stuff is over there, but today I didn't feel like changing my desk around to show all the football stuff. So yeah, I said, all right, we're just gonna have a Deadpool. It's okay though. What's up, Alex? Caleb and DJ for the next 4 years. Great for my dynasty team. I know. I couldn't believe it. I was like, really? Yeah. Give him more help. He doesn't need any more help. That's the problem. That's part of our dynasty league. But yeah, he really doesn't need more help. And then Caleb, it definitely works. I think DJ's on Martin's team. It's just going to be great. I'm glad Roma Dunze is also going to be there. I'm hearing he's actually going to be returning punts sometimes too. That's interesting too, because anytime he has the ball in his hands, he's very explosive. I just don't want to take chances of him getting hurt. It actually really, I don't know what Velus Jones is going to be. I don't know if he's going to make this team or not, but it makes me want to see him more with the kickoff rule, and then maybe even see him with the punt. Be able, if he could catch the ball, get him out in the field. You see how explosive he is when he gets the ball in his hands also. But all that being said, let's talk about training camp. The whole first part of training camp, guys, was the defense dominating. We've all heard about what's been happening with Billings, calling, yelling, go, and the offensive line having other pre-snap penalties, and they're just not used to playing together. I mean, that's what a good offensive line has to do. They have to be able to play together, grow together, doing all these things, and they're just not there yet right now. And unfortunately, that's not what we have. But having the opportunity to have someone going against a great defense all the time is great, and hopefully can prepare them for the season. But they're getting their butts whooped. It didn't matter if it was 7-on-7, it was on 9-on-7, or 11-on-11. We had put pads on the first time on Friday, and they were getting whooped there, and we were worried about them coming back. But yesterday, Monday's training camp, Dolphins kind of bounced back. Caleb went 7 for 7 during the 7-on-7 part of the practice. Offense was connecting. He's been hearing Tyler Scott deep. which just seems to be something that he's having a good connection with him. But I'm happy that this is happening. But once again, today in training camp, the defense came back and dominated again. The offense still had a lot of snap penalties. They were having problems getting off the ball. We had a lot of false starts. We had delay of games. We had things like that. So they just really need to get through all these things that kind of mentally block you, not being ready. And I think Eberflus has to focus on that. Eberflus has to make sure the team is ready. The last thing he needs, because Eberflus obviously has a lot more confidence from last season. You see it in the way he's dressing, the way he's communicating with us. But if he wants an extension, which we really need him to have, because we don't want to be changing coaches and offensive coordinators and all of this stuff every year with a young quarterback, you want to be kind of steady. But in order for that to happen, we actually need Eberflus to make sure they're ready. Be a good head coach, and you have to balance injury along with being prepared. And last year that wasn't good enough. This year they need to be good enough. So when they're doing those joint practices with the Bengals in 2 weeks, and then we had the preseason game against the Bengals, they need to play. They need to play probably the entire first quarter. Even though they're having the joint practices and all that stuff, they need to have that too. So I thought the same thing. Yeah. So about to put up our dynasty schedule. Yes. So we'll see what's going on this year. This year. So B, what up? What's up, B? Appreciate you always coming in, always supporting, man. As I was told everyone earlier, Tank is going to be gone for the next few weeks. Just had a baby last night. Congratulations again. So he has another son. So he's going to take a couple weeks off to kind of focus his family and spend time with them and kind of get used to it. And now going from 1 to 2. Now you can't play zone anymore. You got to play man-to-man defense, and that's hard. I do know his name, but I'm going to let Tank give you that, because I feel like it'll be wrong for me. I almost said it right then, but I think it would be wrong for me to say it. Lucas, we all know about Lucas, but I think he wants to tell everybody what the name his son's name is. I want to make sure I let him do that, because and it's not Ethan. It's not. It is not. It's a very good name and works with Lucas very much so. But yeah, I want to see training camp go better for the offense. Another thing that I saw today was so they were talking about offensive coordinators. So they are ranking the top offensive coordinators in the NFL, and we all know that the Bears just got a new one this past offseason. And when you look through the rankings, he actually has been obviously he was an offensive coordinator for Seattle the last couple of years, and when they were ranking it, he was actually ranked 6th amongst all offensive coordinators in the NFL. Ron, is the name Caleb? It is not Caleb. It is not. It is a name that's more synonymous with Marvel but I'm sure he'll tell you. I'm sure he'll tell you. But yeah. So the Bears offensive coordinator has been he's ranked 6th among all offensive coordinators. I'm surprised by that. But we already know he is talented. He has did well last year, and I'm excited to see what that means. So obviously this doesn't include anyone with like Andy Reid. It doesn't include LaFleur. It doesn't include all these offensive geniuses, but it just overall just offensive coordinator. So I mean that was interesting. On the list, you see a lot of similar names, same names, but all that means is just everyone's coming from the same coaching tree. that's kind of what's happening more than anything. So, though Waldron has been around, we don't know how it's going to work in Chicago. You don't know if Gino was because of him or was it because of anything else. I'm not exactly sure, but as I said, he's ranked 6, so that goes well for us. And I think he's probably the second or third most important person in the entire building. Because Caleb Williams is probably the number 1, right? Because if he's good, the Bears are good. Then if Waldron is actually a decent coach, a decent play caller, then then we're going to be cooking with something, cooking with grease. And actually making things work, making things happen. I cannot wait to see if it actually does work. I also, you worry about Shane being better or being too good and then going to a different team. But I would love to have that worry. I don't think that Detroit's worried about Ben Johnson going anywhere because they're good, or Slavic and the Texans going anywhere because you have that guy. So I want to have that chance where I feel like, oh no, we're gonna lose our guy because that means we have a good one. So those are the things that I'm thinking about. I'm very big about this whole Nate Davis. If he can't play, we need to go a different direction. And no one to sign Connor Williams. I think he's probably not ready for the beginning of the season. But if we cut him and sign Connor Williams to a similar contract, I think that would be wonderful for us. And we don't have to play him right away because Shelton could play center, and we could just work with what we have. We already had was it Ryan Bates out there? Ryan Bates could go ahead and go, back to go play right guard, or you could put Tevin Jenkins at right guard, put Ryan Bates at left guard, and then we go Coleman Shelton at center. Save the money that you need to save, for this offseason and not have to worry about it at all. The Bears will be ready. So that's where I'm looking for it. I think that would be a really cool thing to actually happen. Because I just don't like an offensive lineman who doesn't practice. I don't think that makes any sense. That we need a team that works together, and you're never there for them. With a rookie quarterback who has to work on his cadence, and you guys have to grow together. So I'm not very happy about that, and I think that we need to do something about it, and someone needs to step up to the plate, not get that to happen. But I don't want to talk about all this negative stuff. I don't want to end this show on a negative slope. I want to talk about positives. I want to talk about Caleb, working with his receivers, seem to be understanding the offense now. He really does understand. It's just about him understanding the mechanics of actually being the starting quarterback. It's weird that we're talking about even Tyson Bagent might not be the backup quarterback anymore. He's not guaranteed that spot. It's weird. This team might be new, and even if you have talent, they might want Brett Ripien to be there because he started before. Maybe Tyson Bagent has to go to the practice squad, and then someone might pick him up off the practice squad. I already talked about Khalil Herbert might be a roster problem. He might be cut from the roster. There's gonna be a lot of other guys. I love Doug Kramer. He played at Illinois. I think he might not, be on the team later. Guys, I mean, we have a lot of things going on, and this is the first step. It's the first step. We finally get to see football on Thursday. I am so excited about it. And we're gonna have to talk about all these things. The preseason guys, I think Martin just said that. I was just about to say exactly these words. I love preseason for second and third year guys. The second and third year guys are the guys who really are going to step up, and we're going to see something. Are we going to see anything about Byron Coward? I think he played for the Texans last year. This is his time to step up, right? This is his chance to make this team. Dominic Robinson. If Dominic Robinson doesn't step up, Austin Booker is going to take his spot. And if Austin Booker is already the backup, then we don't need you. So, I mean, these are the things that the discussions that are going to happen. You know, does, Josh Blackwell not make the team now? There's a lot of people like that around here. Does Dante Pettis make this team? We already know we're going to go with 3 tight ends because Mercedes Lewis didn't come back from retirement to not play or to not be there. Does Harvey Blasingame still work in this offense? He's worked in before, but we don't know how it works now. A lot of questions we got. Thursday is going to be exciting to watch just because of football. I think we're going to watch the game. We're going to smell the football in the air. We're going to feel it, the football. We're on a Thursday with football, guys. That's what's around the corner for us. And on Wednesday, on Dynasty Pylon, me, Martin, and Mark will be talking about it. We actually hit our 400 subscribers. So every 100 subscribers, we are giving away a jersey. It'd be a nice stitched jersey of the team of your choice. On the back, it'll say Dynasty Pylon. It will be our number 7 because it's our number 7 giveaway. We give away jerseys for our leagues, our Dynasty leagues. If anyone beats us, we give them a jersey. And then if you are our 100th subscriber, we give you a jersey. And the first one it says Dynasty Pylon on the back, but you choose the team. Then we go through. We limit it to 4. I believe the second one, you choose what's going on. The third one, I think the third one is any jersey, you choose it. The fourth one, it has your name on the back of it. So Martin goes through this all the time. We're going to do a video tomorrow about this, and we're going to do a hashtag and something. And if you guys watch the video, like, subscribe to the video, and do the hashtag, whatever word we're going to give you, you'll be entered into the contest. And then we'll probably leave it up for 2 or 3 weeks. And at the end of the 3 weeks, we'll give away a new jersey. So he said the first one is Dynasty Pylon. The second one's Dynasty Pylon. The third is a player. The fourth is custom. So that's what we got right there. Man, that is awesome. I think you guys like it. The second one will be a different style, so you can kind of do an alternate jersey. That's what the first one will be, with every team you want. The second will be an alternate jersey. The third one will be any player you want. The fourth one will be a custom one just for you. So as we grow with, you guys will be able to grow with us. That's exciting for us. We love doing it because, we're getting the name out there, and we love you guys having it because you're participating, and we want to thank you for coming in and watching us. But that's all I got for today's show, guys. These solo ones usually only go about 40, 45 minutes because can't talk all the time. But I just appreciate you guys coming up and talking to us and being in chat and keeping us going. Thank you so much. We will be here back tomorrow on Dynasty Pylon channel with me, Martin, and Mark at 8 o'clock Central. That's about 6 o'clock Pacific, and everywhere in between. Then on Sunday, we have the morning spike. We'll be doing all of those things and having a lot of fun. Anything about the football, we'll be going over the Thursday night game and things we saw. Hopefully, we see a lot of things going on with the kickoff rule, so we'll actually know what the hell that means. So we're going to be doing that. Martin is also knocking out the rest of his teams. He's going to get the Bucks done in the morning. We're almost through all the NFL teams, and we're going to have our chart. We'll see all the wins, and we will kind of let you guys know who we think make the playoffs, and then we'll go through the whole playoff rankings, and we'll do all this before the season. So Martin has been doing his solo dolo shows. It's amazing that he's been doing them as much as he has. Just appreciate you, Martin. Appreciate you doing those things. I appreciate all you guys coming in here and watching us today or watching me today. And we will be back here next Tuesday, same bear time, same bear channel, talking about what we saw on Thursday and what we have to expect for these next preseason games. Thanks again, guys, and we will see you next week. Later.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our